Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news update and information, including Escape. And this is the video we're going to do on the 2026 Ford Escape. The order banks are open up for the 26 model year. A lot of people thought 25 was the last year. Some people can't believe that 26 could be the last year. But here we are. So we are going to do that. And I think that 26 might be the last year, just for the reason they didn't really add anything for this year. No new colors. There are some great new colors. Didn't really change too much, and so really not a lot of changes this year. We did do a video on what's changed for this year, so you can check that out if you'd like. And one of the changes was to this trim level. We're going to talk about the ST line, the standard ST line in this video. We're going to cover all the standard equipment plus the different optional equipment in different packages that are available in this trim level. And there is one change to this trim level than was in 25 model year. So now you can place your order. And so if you do want to place your order, we do have a special going on. I have more information about that. We're going to do a special pricing for the Escape. And we are ready to take orders. Not a lot of dealers even know the order banks are open up, let alone ready to take orders. And we are. So if you're wanting to do that, pay attention to that. So also, if you want to see other videos like this, or check out our live stream, and if you do order a vehicle, you're going to need to get that order scheduled for production dates. We have all the information when it comes to scheduling that we cover on Tuesday night. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of those videos and that content. So let's dive right in here and let's start covering this. Now, for this, we actually are going to go over to Ford's build and price, even though it is not up and running yet. So Ford doesn't have it on their website, but let's go ahead and pull that up just so we can, because again, there's not a lot of differences between one year and the next. So you have 25 model year and 24, 26 isn't there yet. But we are going to go through and use this. And I do have prices, so we'll be able to get and kind of update you on what prices look like. A lot of the packages we noticed when we did the active was not, they didn't really change the package, a lot of the different standalone options, but the starting price was a significant change. Not significant, just a little bit of a change. So let's look at the ST line here and talk about that. And now the ST line, for the base ST line, is available in either front wheel drive or all wheel drive. And we'll get into optional equipment a little bit and what that looks like. But it's only available in one motor. So this year in 25 model year, you can get this in a hybrid. You cannot get it in a hybrid for 26 model year. So that is one of the big significant changes for this year. It's only available in the 1.5 liter EcoBoost engine. So front wheel drive 1.5 liter EcoBoost is priced at $30,895, so about $500 more. And then the all-wheel drive version is just a little more than that. It is priced at $32,295. So those are the prices for that, no matter what you're looking at. Now we'll look at the optional equipment. On all-wheel drive is optional. Standard is front-wheel drive, and with that motor there. So let's go ahead and click into this. And again, hybrid not available at all. So we're going to talk about powertrains first and talk about that. We already mentioned that is the 1.5 liter EcoBoost engine with auto start stop. That means you can come with the stoplight stop sign, press that brake. It's going to shut the vehicle off. Let go of the brake. It's going to turn it back on. You can activate and deactivate that using a button on the dash or on the center stack if you want. Also going to come with an 8-speed automatic transmission, as it says down. No, it doesn't actually mention it anywhere. 8-speed automatic transmission for this as well. And you get different selectable drive modes. It doesn't mention the drive modes here, but I believe you should have a normal, an eco mode to help it be more efficient. You also have a slippery mode to help you in rainy, snowy conditions. May even have a sport mode and possibly even that sport mode, and there's another one I'm missing there. Anyway, so you do have different drive modes available for you. So we will have a front and rear stabilizer bar for this, so give it a great ride. Electric parking brake as well, includes the auto hold. So auto hold means it'll hold the brake when you're at a stoplight. You can take your foot completely off the brake if you have that activated. So real nice in how that works. Electronic traction control as well. Variable assist rack and pinion steering. And then we do have electric power assist steering. So that's, we call it EPAS. And what's great about that being electronically controlled instead of gas controlled is that because it's just a vehicle, it just has to be turned on. It's going to make it a lot easier to turn in those tight spots or in, parking lots, that kind of stuff. But on the highway, it's going to stiffen up. So that way it won't push you from side to side, that kind of thing. Also, we do have a transmission oil cooler as well. on the vehicle. So you'll have that too. So, all right, now let's get into some of the safety features here. So let's get into some of the safety features. Now, these are all the same as they were for the active trim. So if you did watch that, you could probably use the timestamp to move forward to the exterior color because it doesn't look different than the active. But for those that are only watching this one, this is what they're interested in. We have for the airbags, a driver and front passenger dual stage airbag. So it deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. Driver knee airbag as well. That's going to deploy down from that steering column. So if you have that front collision, that's not going to come down. It's going to help protect your knees and such. We do have the front seat mounted side impact airbags as well. It's going to be on the side of those seats. If you have a collision on that side from that A, B pillar, it's going to help deploy that airbag and help protect you there as well. And then safety canopy side curtain airbag with a rollover sensor. So it's going to roll over to where it would like crush in the metal and break the glass. It's going to help bring that down so that the breaking glass doesn't hit you as severely, so you don't have a lot of scrapes and cuts and such on your body. So that's kind of nice to have. All right, advanced track with roll stability control as well. So that's going to try to keep you going on your intended path. So if you're going on the curb maybe too fast, maybe it's slick outside, you'll use a series of brakes in milliseconds to help keep you going where you want to. Curve control will help with that as well. And then this is front wheel drive biased. So we will have torque vectoring control as well to help keep you and launch you when you're taking off from a stop. So there you go. We also do have the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, includes pedestrian detection under a certain speed. So detect pedestrians, also any other vehicles with a front collision warning. And it's going to warn you if you're going along at the current speed, you're going to hit that person or that vehicle. It's going to alert you of that, and then preload those brakes for that dynamic brake support. So when you finally pay attention and know you're doing that, and you hit your brake, it's going to brake even faster. So post collision braking as well. So if you're unconscious, not thinking about it, it'll brake the vehicle so you won't have that accident of wandering off after you've hit them, right? Also, SOS post crash alerts, honk the horns, flash the lights if you're in an accident and they need help on the side of the road. Lane keeping system. This includes your lane keeping assist, your aid, as well as your driver alert. So driver alert is basically, if you have that activated, if you're taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, it's going to alert you and let you know that's happening. Now, the lane keeping system, it does have the alert. So the alert's going to do is allow you to leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate steering wheel if you left your lane. With the keeping system will help try to keep you in your lane. And then we also do have the road departure warning. So it's no different than just their lane. So if it sees the edge of the road, it's going to warn you of that as well. And then we do have the security lock passive anti-theft system. Only the coded key can start the vehicle. All right, now we're going to talk about the exterior features. We're going to start here on the front of the vehicle here. The grille is going to be a black mesh upper with the black bars lower part down there. So you can see that, what that looks like right there. I do have the active grille shutters open and close when it needs to. Front skid plate looks like it's silver down there. So that looks good. And then they got the chrome grille strip as well across here. So there'll be a nice chrome accent right there. We do have configurable daytime running lights. You can configure this to be on during the daytime. And then the headlights are an auto lamp. They'll come on automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. Courtesy delay, we do have LED reflector headlights with signature lighting. The signature lighting is going to line up above it. And LEDs are so much brighter. Reflector means it's going to actually go towards the vehicle. And then that chrome bezel there will actually reflect it out. And then we have wiper activated headlights, which means when you have the wipers on, the headlights will come on as well. We have auto high beams. Auto high beams are going to come on when it gets dark. If you're in somebody approaches you, it'll shut them off. So automatically will do that. So you can activate and deactivate them if you don't like it. And then the bumpers is a molded in black down here, just like it is for the active trim. You'll see that as well in these little pockets right over here. Some of the vehicles will actually get fog lights. So that's where those will be housed right there. So now on the side over here, we do have the wheel. So the wheel is an 18-inch rock metallic painted aluminum wheel. So again, same wheels last year. We're looking at last year's order guide here because again, we don't have this year's, but it's the same as last year. Tire is a 225 50, no, 60 or 18. Sorry, don't have my glasses on. 100H all season tire there for you. Tire pressure monitor system for all four of those tires as well. Four-wheel disc brakes with ABS, analog braking system. Now you do get the ST badge. It's kind of located over here. In fact, I think I'm going to switch to this so you can maybe see a little bit better. Anyway, it's right there. So you'll have that on the fenders. The mirrors, a power glass. We do have manual fold. I'll go back to this. It does have the molded in black mirror cap like the Active does get. And then we do also have the Bliss system, that blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. As you're backing up, cross traffic alert. If someone's going to be behind you, it'll alert you of that as well. Series of tones. It shows you on your dash and everything else. And also does include on the reverse traffic braking as well. So if you're not paying attention, it will brake the vehicle. So kind of like the pre-collision assist does in the front. The door handles, they're body-colored door handles, like you're seeing with this red. Intelligent access with the push-button start. So leave that key fob in your pocket, walk up, put your hands in a door handle. It's going to unlock the vehicle ID in and out. And then you use push-button start to start the vehicle. So you don't get the keys out to get in or out, to unlock or lock it, or to start it. When you get out, just press the ridges on those front doors, and it's going to lock it up for you. So it does have keyless entry, so you still have the remote key, so you can do that. And then we do have for the side over here, it's going to be molded in black rocker and side panels there, or lower body cladding, I should say. And then the windows also is going to have that black as well on the upper belt line and everything there. Give it that sport look. You'll have side rails as well that'll be black on these. So you'll have that privacy glass in these back windows and back glass as well. And then you do have the Easy Fuel capless filler door. So no cap to worry about, lean behind. Just open that door up, put it in, fill that up. When you're done, just shut that door and it's going to take care of it. So we've had that technology been out for quite a while on the Ford vehicle. So no cap to worry about, lean behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Now on the rear of the vehicle, we do have the little antenna up there on the roof. We do have a body color rear spoiler on the back with the center high mounted stop lights. I like to call it the third brake light. Black accents coming down on the side. We got a rear wiper with rear defrost as well back there. Rear view camera, she's coming out right about there, so you can be able to see behind as you're backing up there. And then the rear bumpers are molded in black as well. Back here, dual exhaust with the chrome tips back there as well. And then, yeah, so that's all there. And then also it does say unique rear skid plate back here in the back. It's going to be different than the active trim. Tire inflator and sealant kit is standard equipment. We'll talk about optional equipment, but you can get a spare tire. And then we do have the rear cargo area light inside to help light up that cargo area. All right, that's that. Let's move to the interior. All right, moving to the interior, we do have a sport dark headliner. So instead of the gray like we did see with the Active, it's going to be a dark headliner. Illuminated entry system, just like the Active, so it'll light up. Use these lights up here to light up inside. We do also have with the courtesy lamp delay, so as you're getting in, it'll delay and shutting off. We do have the floor mats front and rear that are carpeted. The seats are a sport contour bucket seats, a partial vinyl and cloth with the red stitching. So you're going to have some of the edgings will be vinyl and then cloth. So real nice sport seat there with that red stitching in there. So we do have 5-passenger seating. So in the back here, just like with the Active trim, you do have the armrest that comes down with 2 cup holders. So you'll have that. You'll have the head restraints will be a 2-way. They'll go up and down on the front and up and down on the outside seats. Middle one's supposed to be fixed. The driver's seat is a 8-way power driver's seat. So forward and back, up and down, power lumbar and power recline. 4-way manual adjustment up here. So forward, back, and recline. So just pretend that's not there because that is not correct, according to the order guide. All right. And then center console with the red stitching on that. You can kind of see that right there with storage inside there. And then second row, 60-40 split bench seat. And it does slide forward and back as well, just like in the Active trim level. All right. In the back, we do have 2 USB ports. I think they're a C and an A, but it doesn't actually say here. But you'll have those latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children that you can harness those car seats down into those outbound seats there. We do have power door locks. Power windows first. Power windows, front one-touch down feature for the driver's window. So that means you just hard press it down, let go, and it's going to roll that down. Coming up, though, as well as all the other ones up and down, you will have to hold it. The door locks, auto lock and auto unlock. That means as you start going, it'll lock them. And unlock them when you shut the vehicle off and you open your door, driver's door, or any of the doors, actually. Child safety rear lock as well, so you can lock those out so the kids can't open those as well. Steering wheel, you'll notice it's a flat bottom steering wheel with this in here. So it does have the sports style steering wheel with the red stitching there. It is a manual tilt and telescoping, so it'll go up and down, forward and back for you manually. Cruise control as well. Those are on the steering wheel. I think it's on the right side maybe. But we also do have compass and everything. We do have the instrument panel, an 8-inch screen there for that. Eco mode. You do have ice blue lighting, trip, computer, all that kind of stuff is right through there. Also, the buttons here will control that screen as well. Those are your radio controls are on there and all that good stuff. Dual zone climate control. So your driver, front passenger have 2 different temperatures. It's going to be controlled right there on the instrument cluster, right there. And then we do have AM/FM stereo, 6-speaker audio sound system. We do have the Sirius XM with the 360L. You get 3 months for free. Sign up with Sirius for a subscription after that. Does get the Sync 4 system. So that gives you the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Digital owner's manual does get you to be able to make those commands, voice commands and everything to the system. It does get an 8-inch touchscreen as well right there too. And then overhead console with the sunglass and bin. Let's go to this 360 view. There you go. Overhead console with the sunglass bin up there. You will have the rear view mirror is a day-night mirror. So you just flip that lever to switch that back and forth. And then we do have the visors are sun visors for the front driver and front passenger. Flip those down. Illuminated vanity mirrors behind those sun visors. And then we do have for USB ports down in the media hub area down here. You got a USB type A and C down there. We do have storage in the glove box as well as in the console. And we rotary dial shifter knob. And we do also have the Ford Pass Connect. So it allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using the Ford Pass app. You can unlock and lock it from anywhere, remote start it from anywhere, schedule remote start time, see the tire pressure you have in your tires, the fuel you have in your vehicle, and even how much oil life you have in your vehicle using that app. So it's a pretty cool app. So you can go ahead and download that. It's free to use right there. All right, that's that. Now let's talk about colors for a second. So there we go. Colors are the same as last year. No difference in colors on the ST line. So we do have the Gate Black that's available. No charge for that. There you go. Carbonized gray, also no charge for that color there too. There you go. Oxford white. Oh, that's Star White. We'll get to Star White in a second. Oxford white first. No cost for that color. Or wait, there is no Oxford white. We have space silver. No cost for that color. And then as well. And then we do have the Rapid Red. We've been looking at that. Is $4.95 for that color. So that is available again for this year. And then Star White is a tri-coat. So 3 coats of paint that give it that effect. And that is $9.95 for that. And then Vapor Blue is back for this year. The only difference this year is that now that costs $4.95 for that color. It was free last year. This year it cost extra. So there you go. There's a difference in that. Now, but let's talk about interior color. There you go. That's your interior color. You get one option, ebony interior right there with the red stitching. That is the only interior color option you have for the ST line. So there you go. All right. Now, let's talk about some different packages for you. But before we get into packages, I do want to talk about the powertrain options here just a second. And normally I would do that in your standalone options. But really on this, you do pick 2 different package options. So we are seeing everything we talked about as part of the 300A. That's the front wheel drive with the 1.5 liter EcoBoost engine. Now, if you go with the 301A, actually, there isn't a 301A this year. 301A is where you go hybrid. So again, there's not a 301A available this year, but you do have that all-wheel drive. So when you select it, you want to pick either all-wheel drive or you're going to go with the front-wheel drive version, right? So there you go. So you get that all-wheel drive. It's going to come with the auto start-stop technology, 8-speed automatic transmission as well. So it should be the same drive modes as well. So I wanted to kind of clarify that. And something else I want to talk about that I meant to mention at the beginning, and that is one other major change for this year is this Escape is not available to register in about 6 different states around the country. So forgot to mention that, because especially if you're from one of those states, you're watching this video for no reason because you can't buy one. And that is if you're in California, Massachusetts, New York, Oregon, Vermont, or Washington, you cannot register one of these in your state. Now, if you're a dealer in one of those states, but your customer is outside the state, let's say you're close to a border, right? And so you sell a lot of people outside your state. Maybe it's in New York to New Jersey, right? That kind of thing. You can order the vehicle and put this order number, and you have to put this put that on there. You can order it for your customers, but they would have to register it in their states, with one exception, and that is Vermont. Vermont will not let you order one, even if it's for someone outside of your state. And of course, no one in your state can register it either. So that is one big change for this year. So they're not going through with the 50 state emissions for this year on the Escape, which is another reason why I feel like it's kind of it's played its course, and it's probably this is the last year. So, all right, let's get into the packages now. All right, now let's get into these different packages available. And the first one to talk about is the Tech Package 1. So this is at $995 this year as well. We did look that one up already. Now this package is available, and this is where you're going to get some of your technology, like your Copilot 360 Assist Plus package. That's going to give you that adaptive cruise control, like you're seeing in this image here, right? And that's going to slow you down to go to the speed of the vehicle in front of you until you can safely pass them, and then it's going to resume. Also bring it to complete stop if that happens. So if you're falling behind, you don't have to hit your brake. It's going to bring you to a complete stop. If they start going and you come to a very complete stop, then you'll have to hit your resume button, but then it'll resume, follow safely behind until you can safely pass them and speed you back up to the speed that you want. Also, lane centering assist. So that's going to help keep you in the center of your lane as well. And then we do also have the predictive speed assist. So predictive speed assist, basically you're using two different things there. And that is, if maybe you're going that curve and it can't handle the speed you're going, it will slow the vehicle down. I've had this happen. What's going on? Oh, it can't handle that. It's afraid it can't handle that curve at that speed. So without having to, for it to really take over. So that's pretty cool. Also, it's using predictive speed assist for your speed sign, recognizing your speed signs and adjusting your speed accordingly. So if that speed sign changes and lowers, you have that, a plus above and below. It's going to go ahead and slow you down to the speed that you want based on that speed sign. Which is really cool. Also, you're getting the connected navigation for 1 year included of connectivity. So that gives you the live traffic, predictive destinations, route guidance. You have that, basically that navigation in there. Also, you're getting the evasive steering assist with that. So if maybe you can't stop in time and you'd hit that vehicle, but there's nobody in that other lane and you could avoid and go evade and go around them, it's going to help in the steering around that vehicle. Also, this is where you're going to get that rear park sensor. So as you're backing up, it alerts you as well. If you are getting close to anything. Intersection assist, if you're going across that intersection, maybe you're not paying attention, maybe there's two and you can't see the other vehicle, the system sees that, it'll stop you. Hopefully you don't have those intersection or those situations where you have those severe accidents in those intersections. Also, you're getting upgraded with the digital rear view camera. So you're going to be able to see that very clearly, which is really nice. And then it does say Sync 4 with enhanced voice recognition. You already get Sync 4, but the enhanced voice recognition allows you to be able to say OK Ford or OK Ford Sync or Sync system, and you don't have to hit any buttons. It's already listening for that. So it's kind of like your phone does with Siri and all that. And then we do have you get upgraded with the 13.2-inch LCD screen with this package as well. So if we add this and you go to the interior photos, then you'll be able to see that bigger screen now. Now you're getting the bigger screen with information on demand. So that is another big improvement when you go to this tech package. So that's pretty cool that you're getting that as well. Another package that's available is the cold weather package. Again, $995 for this package. Scroll this up. This package here, it's getting all those heated features. You're getting the heated front seats. You're getting the heated side view mirrors, the heated steering wheel, and then you're getting the remote start system as well. That's the remote start on the remote. You still have it with the app. You also have it with the remote as well. So that is a $995 for that. So I do want to look here. Yes. So no requirement there. You do not have to have the tech package to get the cold weather package. They are separate and independent of their own. So just so you're aware of that. Now, one thing you're not seeing, if you watch the active, you're like, well, Tim, where is that premium package, tech package? It is not on this one. That's what the select trim is for. The ST line select, that's what that trim is for. We'll talk about that in a separate video. So anyway, now let's talk about some different standalone options right now. Now, with these, I want to do is I'm going to cover the factory standalone options that you would get from the factory, and then some factory accessories, and then dealer installed options, because they are different, and that's why I want to break them out separately. So first of all, factory options are ones that if you want, definitely put it on your order. Should not slow your order down, but they're going to be done at the factory. And one of the first ones is the power lift gate. This really isn't that expensive. $4.95 for the power lift gate, and it allows you to be able to just be able to press the button, and it's going to lift it up, or hit your remote and it'll open it too. I think there's even a button on the inside if you're a driver. Power lift gate. Panoramic Vista roof with the power sunshade. It's $15.95 again this year. That gives you the black roof, also the side rails. Well, you're already getting the side rails as part of the ST line, but you're getting that as well. It does say not available with the roof rack crossbars, so keep that in mind. We'll talk about that in just a second. Mini spare. So we do have a spare tire and wheel, or spare wheel comes with a tire, $345. This does not replace the tire inflator kit, so you're still going to get the tire inflator kit, but does give you the spare tire jack as well. That's important, right? So you're going to get that too. So there you go. It's all right. That's an upgrade there. Engine block heater. So if you want the engine block heater, so if you're in a cold weather state, engine block heater, $190, and that allows you to be able to plug that in to the vehicle and makes it nice and cool for you. So, or keeps the vehicle warm. It makes it easier to start up that vehicle. And then we do have the front license plate bracket. That is, if you're in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. But if you're in a state like Kansas that doesn't, then it's optional equipment. So you'll want to make sure you add that to your vehicle, especially if you're ordering from a state that doesn't require one, but you do. Make sure you let that dealer know. So we're one of those states that doesn't require it. So, and then other than that, that's all the factory options. So the rest of these are either accessories or dealer installed options. So let's talk about some of the factory accessories. So these accessories means that they're really things that don't take an install, but they're going to be put in your vehicle before it's shipped out to the dealer. And these are also means that there are things you can get through Ford Accessories website. And the first one is the Easy Access Cargo Shade. And these are usually on the inside. So this here is going to be a shade there on the back glass. I think it's $135 this year too. So it does like snap into position up in here, and then also down in there. So that way it kind of covers that glass and it stays with it when you open it, which is nice. And then we also do have the floor liners as well. So floor liners with just have one option here with the carpeted mats, because you do have an ST line, you get dedicated specific cargo floor carpet mats. So for that reason, they still want you to have those. So you can get the floor liners too as well, front and rear, and it's going to be $200 and come with the carpet mats. You don't have an option to do it without carpet mats. And then we do have the cargo mat. So cargo mat is an all-weather mat that goes back here, $100. I think it's the same this year as well, and that allows you to protect your cargo area. All right, so those are all the accessories. Now, the rest of these I'm going to talk about are dealer installed options, which means that the option or the feature will be shipped to the dealer, and the dealership will put it in your vehicle or install it in your vehicle. Now, I will tell you that we hope that it gets there before your vehicle does. We've had a lot of situations where they don't. We have to wait until a part comes in before we can deliver it to the customer because of it. So that kind of thing. Or you deliver it to the customer and then they have to install it themselves, right? Or that kind of thing, or take it to the closest dealer. Now, one of those is a cargo organizer. Now, this is available through Ford Accessories website. And it's, it's this little foldable thing. I wouldn't order that with your vehicle in your order. Just get it through Ford Accessories. Maybe you have to pay a little bit for that, but the more of these you have, if they don't have that available there, because they do, Ford Accessories will dedicate so many to retail sales to customers on their website, and then they dedicate some for the vehicles for builds. Well, if that part doesn't, but they do have it for the for the retail, then sometimes they won't schedule that order. So please, I would say don't do that one. Also, the center console in vehicle safe by console vault. So this here is a cool little option. And here's what I kind of say about some of these. Now, some of these I'm like, well, which ones do I decide I do? Well, here, if you don't feel comfortable installing a console vault into your console, then order it, right? Try to limit it the best you can. But this is a really nice one. It does come with a coded lock that you can program, and you can lock. That way you can lock things in there in case like you want to leave the vehicle unlocked or something, but you want to keep something very safe. So a lot of people like this if they carry, a pistol or they carry a fire, a little handgun or something like that they don't want kids to get to, right? They may have access to the vehicle. This is a great option for that type of situation. I've seen a lot of people do that for that reason. First aid kit. This one in the roadside assistance kit. Please just get those through Ford Accessories. Don't take the chance of it holding up your build. It is available through them. There's no install for this. They just put all the stuff in the bag. Actually, most dealerships won't even put them in your bag for you. They'll just leave the box and they'll just put it in your vehicle. That's what they'll do. That's not really an install. We do have the roof rack crossbars that are black. These shouldn't be a hard install. Be under up here. If you want to get them through Ford Accessories, you can. 405 for that, but also shouldn't hold up your build, I wouldn't think, for that. And then we also do have the splash guards. So splash guards, right here, they are going to be that hold the hard molded there and go on there, and those the dealer would install as well. Take 2 screws for each one. So if you're not comfortable installing that, you could maybe add that too. And then wheel locking exposed lug nuts. Again, with this in here, the dealership would go ahead and switch that out for you. One of your lug nuts from each wheel with the locking one, and you get that wrench. So that is something else that was a dealer installed option. So, all right, that should be all of them. So there you go. All right, so there's all of our standard equipment, different packages available, and your standalone options for you in one video. Hopefully you got some great information from this video. If you did, smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Don't forget, order banks are open up right now, so you can place an order with your local dealer. McArthur is doing invoice pricing. If you see this video on YouTube, make sure you mention YouTube and that you want to have it ordered. And we'll make sure you get invoice pricing. If you finance with us, we'll also take $1,000 off. Actually, right now, it looks like they're extending employee pricing. Just found that out today. So you can lock in employee pricing, I believe, for these right now too. I don't know if they're going to, 26 is going to be available for that or not. But if not, McArthur is going to do invoice pricing for you as well. Either way, we're going to take care of you and lock that in if you want to order with us. So there you go. There's that. And we do have build and price on our website. So you can go to our website, McArthur.com. It won't change the look of the vehicle, but all the options you choose, you'll be able to price it out and know what that price is, current price is for 26 model year. So that is on our website, up and running right now if you want to do that. So that's all I have, but we're going to do the other videos too. So be keeping posted on that. Make sure you're subscribed with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of the other videos. And if you did order a vehicle, come over, check out our live stream. We can keep you updated on when any kind of scheduling of the 26 model year starts and any kind of constraints they are from the launch. I know like 25 model year, the interblock heater was a constraint. So we like to keep you updated on that. So come check that out as well. On Tuesday nights, we have a scheduling video that goes live at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And you can watch that video as well or join us on our live stream. So, all right, that's all I have. Thank you for watching. Till the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you on the next video.